I struggled with my offer so much. It was like, I knew I wanted to help people. I knew I had several things that I could help people with. I went through so many different trainings. I got my message perfect. And then I was like, but that's not my target market. And I went back and forth. Tell me if anybody can relate to this. Okay, awesome. So we're going to talk about crafting the offer, if that's okay with you guys. Is that okay? All right, beautiful. So the biggest thing is to describe people's problems better than they can. Okay. And it means you got to get into their heads, get into their worlds, be them for a little bit. It's best if you've had experience with that. I'm going to show you guys actually my notes as I was going through testing different things in a minute. But one of the things that I struggled with was I have products and services that help people with their mental health and their well-being. And also, I help people, I've helped people who have like large companies, and I've helped people who are absolutely homeless, and I have a heart for all of them. So I couldn't exactly figure out who my person was. So I'm trying to let somebody in, guys, and I'm having a hard time. Can I make somebody co-host? Anais, can I make you co-host and you can just...
Sure you can. I was looking for Sarah's information from Telegram to share it. You bet.
I was just going to offer that, Amy, if you want me
Perfect. I'm going to make you guys as co-hosts because then that helps me out. I can just be with you.
Okay, go for it.
My co-host internet kept cutting out. Okay, so yeah. So my thing is that I helped people in shelters. I helped all these people like going through the deepest, darkest things. But then the people that bought most of my stuff, they had huge companies. And so I'm like, they would buy it for their families, and they would buy it for the people in their companies. And I'm sitting here going, well, you got to speak to different people differently. So who do I go after? Because like, I want to help everybody, right? But no, actually, I do want to help everybody, whether I'm going to do it like that or not. Okay. So yeah, after like working and going around it for a long time, I realized that I'm meant to be teaching at a corporate level, but I can still help everybody through things like this, right? So this is my gift of love, and I can support. But my offer now, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share what I came up with, because if you're struggling with your avatar or you're struggling with your offer, this might help. Okay. So first, there are certain sentences that you need to have just to make them super simple. You're going to need to like call them out on their problem right away. It's like, I help these people take care of this problem by doing this. Like, very simple. If you can't communicate your offer in under 10 seconds, you're going to have a hard time selling it. Okay. You're going to have a hard time remembering it. There can be many things inside your offer, but this is going to be huge. Okay. So here's an example. I help blank attract blank in blank or less by blank. So I help real estates attract 50 new leads in 4 weeks or less by implementing this simple but effective lead generation mechanism into their business. Right. So I went through so many different things. I played around, and then this is the one I finally settled on for myself and my business. So I help high-level CEOs and executives create balance in their business and families so they don't lose money, health, or relationships with this simple 3-step harmonious habits methodology. Now, it's one sentence. It doesn't talk about their problem to the point that you can describe it better than them. But if somebody said, well, how do you do that? Or how do you know what it's like? Well, I know what it's like to grow a company when I've got kids who are struggling. I know what it's like to have the entrepreneurial mindset, and then a spouse who might not understand or communicate that way. I know what it's like to build teams and have things fall apart, or like interrelational connections. I know what it's like to have interdepartmental conflicts. I know what it's like to have communication breakdowns and project planning go all completely awry and being off schedule and budget and all these things, right? So I know what it's like when the pressure is completely on you to perform and take care of several people's financial well-being and all of that, right? So it's like when you can relate what people are dealing with in such a way that they actually think that you understand them, they're hundreds of times more likely to buy, because people will buy when they feel heard. When they feel heard and understood, they just assume that you have the solution. All right, so what'd you guys get from that? And hi, Paige, I haven't actually talked to you yet today. Okay, so what did you get from that? And is there somebody I could work with who might be struggling with their offer right now?
I got a clear message as to what you offer and who you offer it to. Quick. If you were to say that to me or someone else, if they had any of that going on, they'd go, yeah, I can relate to that. Maybe I should have a chat. Exactly.
Right. Yeah, I've been advised by my mentor that I'm not to sell B to C anymore. Like there are still people who, by B to C, I mean business to consumers. And there are still people who will buy my stuff because it's available, but my focus isn't there. My focus is like really just the larger companies. Right. So thank you, Maury. Elvira.
Yeah, I love this, Amy. And it's so simple and elegant what you just showed us. And I love it. When people feel really seen and heard and you know them better than they do, like, of course, they're going to see you as the expert. In fact, you know, if I can just share a little thing from earlier this week, I had a world-class saxophonist reach out to me and say, Elvira, I don't know why, but I'm struggling right now. And you were the person I thought of to reach out to. So this is a dude that wants to be the #1 saxophone player on the planet. And he's just left his marriage and he's got 3 little kids and he's in a dark place. He's doing some really not good things. And we had a talk about it and he would love to hire me. Unfortunately, he can't afford my prices, but I'm looking to see if I can help him in other ways. But he's been following my content for a little while, so that I was the person he thought of when he needed some help. And so that's a really good thing. But here's my dilemma, and I'm wondering what you think, Amy. I have a few different offers. So I have the offer of the Love Your Vibe transformation where I'm promoting it for my team. My team facilitates this inner work. So it's the system that saved my life. And I was told to share it with the world. How the fuck do I do that? Well, now I have a team that's facilitating it. So that's one level. The second level are my one-on-one offers for different people. And then the top level are 11 global retreat centers. And I'm looking for the celebrity sponsors, investors to take care of that level. So there's 3 levels. And my question is, how do you make one statement that covers everything?
Well, that's absolutely perfect, because you can have different avatars. You can have different avatars with different products for that. So you actually already have your products, your offer, and your avatar. Is this just happening on my screen, or is Elvira's like video?
No, it's my computer.
Oh.
Sorry, Amy. Yeah, it's my
You need
I just
computer.
to
thought it
update.
was amazing looking.
Elvira, you need to update your Zoom. That's a
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I was wondering why the hell that was happening. Okay.
It's really trippy.
Maury's just, yeah, it's kind of trippy, isn't it?
Yeah, I've
Maury
been
is a
enjoying it,
wealth of knowledge. I learned so much from this dude, honestly.
Definitely. Yeah, so you're doing it right. You've got different offers to different people. I think the challenge that would come in with you is when you're sharing all 3 offers with one audience, because sometimes it might be like too much, because people's attention span is like this much now, right? So you gotta think about that. So which audience am I speaking with? What's the percentage? And then if you can craft it in just a simple sentence, like you pretty much already have it all crafted there.
Well, can I reach you? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
I would look at the pain as well, because I know you said, I've heard your offers before, and you do touch on the pain and your solution and how it's done. So I think you've got them pretty well nailed down, but I'd love to hear them.
Well, you know what? This is the one I have on Facebook, right? So this little thing here on Facebook, it says, I help heart-centered midlife humans make the rest of their life the best of their life, which just summarizes it in one little thing. It doesn't have pain points, but it has what they want. They want to make the rest of their life the best of their life. And that's just my middle offer, right? So I'm not talking about this offer that my team facilitates. And I'm not talking about the top, which doesn't really matter at this point. I have an inside team taking care of that. So it's really the bottom and the middle level of my mission that I'm most concerned about. So is it okay to just have that one avatar on our Facebook?
Yeah, it's totally okay, especially if it's the middle one.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can go up or down from there, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing is in that, it's
Ooh,
one
that's
sentence, but
nice.
it's also left like with the how.
Yeah.
Right. So when it said that, I was like, okay, great. I'm glad you do that.
How?
But 40 to 45% of the population, they want to know how.
Right.
And so
okay.
if you don't address the how,
Yeah.
they're already off onto something else. And
So what should I say? What should I say?
I don't know. Your how could be like inside the other stuff on your page, right? Because that 40 to 45% of the population, they do look into things more than the others.
Yeah.
Like for me, I look at something, if it doesn't say it straight out, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like I'm one of those people within seconds, I know automatically if I want it or not.
Mhm.
So if it's not communicated fast like that for me, I'm lost, even if it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there's different people that want to ask different questions and they interpret things differently as well. So if you can think of just like with blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could just be with the love your vibe transformation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could just be simple like that, because then it's like, oh, well, she does it with this. Okay. There's a little more explanation. And then that helps people feel more comfortable who are in that 40 to 45% of the people.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amy. That's great.
Yeah.
Great info.
Thank you.